What's up, YouTube? JMC9H, man. Uh, just got done checking out Smitty's video. Uh, Great video about how Madden sales have kind of dropped off, and the ratings that all the websites have went through. I got to check that out, and that was pretty interesting to me, man. I haven't seen a layout like that in a while. But here we go. This is part 2 of my harder versus sliders. I've gotten a question that a guy wanted some harder sliders, so it took me a couple of days, but I'm gonna go ahead and I had to test it for a while, but I'm gonna go ahead and put these up. Now, first of all, these sliders, I did absolutely nothing to the user sliders, because if I started tweaking them just a little bit, the offensive line got back into the purgatory even more so. Force fields were reactivated. You had Skynet waking back up from its long slumber, so I went ahead and just started messing with the computer. Now, in order to make this game even slightly more difficult, I did have to do a little bit of tweaking with the defense. First, we're going to start off with passing. The computer's offensive passing. Again, I have done absolutely nothing to the user sliders. QB accuracy was pumped up to 65 overall. Pass blocking, I moved that up about 2, so it's a little bit harder to get to the QB, but I wasn't having many problems with having too many sacks a game. I was averaging probably around 2 a game. Most I got was about 5. Wide receiver catching is a 45. Broken tackles is a 45, because I believe it's not realistic if there's too many broken tackles from the computer, but obviously you can pump that up a little bit if you feel differently than I do. Run blocking, I moved that up also quite a bit, and it's going to be tougher to get to the running back. If they have a sweep, their offensive linemen are going to block unless you're running free, because you're blitzing more people on the same side that they're running. You're not going to get a tackle for a loss. Pass defense, reaction time, I pumped that up a little bit. There's a little tiny bit of route jumping. Now, if you cannot deal with that, obviously push that down, but with the reaction time higher, it's harder to get passes to really thread the needle, because the computer is smarter. You'll have instances where you're running a slant and the guy will jump in front of you, and that's at a minimum, but it's not as low as it was. I got my rush defense for the computer at 70. I also pumped their reaction time up quite a bit. They're going to get on you when you're running the ball. I was averaging probably around 75 to 100 yards a game with this right here, and that was running 24 to 28 times a game with separate running backs, of course. Block shedding 60, that's up, and tackling 70. So this is probably the hardest that I can make it. The hardest that I can make it without having Skynet just completely be back in control and a bunch of predetermination type stuff. So tell me what you think. Like the video, sub, send a comment, and again, I haven't changed any of this other stuff, so all the auto subs, all the penalties, special teams, that stuff is the same, so it's all good and it's ready. I will not be playing on these harder sliders because it's a little too hard for me, to the point that I have to put too much concentration into the game where I can't be doing other things like talking on the video and that kind of thing. But yeah, tell me what you think, and alright, business out.